Hi, it's Heidi, your pottery pal, and today I'm going to show you how I glaze my pots. So let's get started. Okay, a couple weeks ago, I did image transfer demo on this piece, and it's out of the kiln. And so the first thing you want to do when you're glazing your image transfer pieces, you want to go over it and make sure there aren't any areas that are loose. So usually, if you use your pony roller, you go over your piece, it's usually not too much of an issue. I'll try and, so, oh, you just see that just flaked off a little. So just go over it. And if you have like a rough spot, what you can do is you can just use a little sandpaper, or I have this little, it's like a pumice stone that I just gently sand gently. And then I take a sponge and just sponge it gently. Some people wash the whole piece off. I don't. I never wash my bisque off. I don't have a problem. I mean, if you sand it a lot, but this edge is a little rough. I'm just gonna gently knock it down. Okay. So next, I'm gonna show you how. It's rough there too. I'm gonna show you how I wax the bottoms. Okay, so to wax the bottom of my pieces, most of my pieces, I use this electric frying pan. And this is just for ceramics. And I use wax pellets, soy wax. This can be controversial, but I think it's the paraffin wax that's controversial. It's people say that paraffin wax can, I don't know, cause cancer. You shouldn't inhale it. It does give me a headache. The soy wax doesn't. So I'm just going to turn this on, and we're going to watch these wax pellets melt. And then for larger pieces that don't fit into the electric frying pan, I still just use a foam brush like this, and I use just some wax resist. I will tell you this, I do use wax resist that doesn't have formaldehyde in it. There are some wax resists that have formaldehyde in it, and I try to avoid those. I've been doing ceramics long enough that I try to avoid any harsh chemicals. Just, I just don't think formaldehyde burning off in my kiln and inhaling it is the best. So I don't use it. This one actually, this one might, I don't know, this one might have formaldehyde in it. I need to call. Usually it says non-toxic, but I don't see it say non-toxic on here, so I need to figure that out. It's only a pint, so okay. So our wax is almost completely melted, and I'm just moving it back and forth to kind of speed it up. And what you do is you just take your piece and you gently, I start at one edge and then gently go down and back up and then set it aside. And once it dries, I'll flip it upside down and show you what it looks like. I'm just going to turn this off because I already waxed everything else. And I'll meet you back here to show you what this piece looks like. Okay, we are back. Time has passed. The bottom of this piece should be dry, or at least dry enough that I can flip it upside down. I'm just going to set this back here. So there you go. The wax has covered the bottom. This isn't completely dry. When it's completely dry, it kind of changes color like this. But this is good. And this is how I wax the bottom of my pots that are small enough to fit inside the electric frying pan. So now let's get ready to glaze. Okay, so we're going to use clear glaze today. I make all my own glazes. This is just the clear. The specific gravity I shoot for about 150. I need to measure that one. All my other glazes they're measured. I need to measure this because this glaze, the clear is perfect right now. So I'm just going to mix it up. And then I need some tongs. I'm just going to dip it. And let's adjust this a little so you can see it. My brother told me that you can zoom in on YouTube videos, so I don't really need to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay, we have our piece. We have our tongs. And we're just gonna dip it. For this clear, it's a pretty fast in and out. I'm gonna flip it up and then just take our sponge, clean that bottom off, and then set it up. And it's good to go. So I'll let that dry and then I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so it's dried. You can see, if you use underglaze, you might know, like sometimes the underglaze doesn't stick as well to certain glazes. Like here, so these must be the greens. For some reason, it didn't stick that well there either. So what I'm gonna do is take a brush and just go over those areas. You don't have to go crazy, just a little. We'll let that dry. Okay, so it's dry, or dry enough, and I'm gonna pop it in the kiln and we'll see what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, so the piece is out of the kiln and I want to show it to you. It looks pretty good, except this. Look at this. So what this is the transfer, the underglaze on that transfer pulled. Now usually, I don't think I did it on this piece. I usually coat, see it pulled here, pulled a little here, I pulled a little here. That's really weird. This usually doesn't happen. And pulled a little here. But I usually put a thin coat, I pulled a lot. I usually put a thin coat of slip, pulled here, on the piece before I put the transfers on it. I didn't on this piece, so I was like, oh, that's why I did it. But I want to show you this piece. This is a piece I also decorated with that same batch, and oh, look, it looks beautiful. Oh no, what happened here? So look at that big chunk that pulled. I'm not sure why. I might chip it off. It might not even chip off. Sometimes it can chip off and you can refire it. I'm not sure if this will. I'll have to try. And then it also did it here. And at first I thought, oh my gosh, it cracked through. But if you look on the interior, it did not. That is just the surface crack. That is the transfer. It pulled away. I'm not sure why. I mean, I rolled these really well with the pony roller, but sometimes that happens with these transfer pieces. So pottery's better with a pal. If you liked this video, like, subscribe, or share with a friend. See you next week. Bye.